Hello, Tim from Fairplay Now on the 12th of May 2021. Yesterday I was asking the question whether you're an optimist or a pessimist, and at the end I kind of came out with a little catchphrase, if you like, which was hope for the best but prepare for the worst. So with that latter bit in mind, preparing for the worst, I've put my money where my mouth is today on that, and I've set about creating a website, a Fairplay Now website. So because all of this censorship business that you get with YouTube and Facebook and all the rest of it is getting ridiculous, and hopefully I'm not anywhere near the point of that myself yet, but it would really be nice to speak my mind a little bit more, and also to come out with some stronger stuff without fear of getting censored. And I really sort of hate all this having this sort of tiptoe around, treading on eggshells business that you have to do on this channel. But with a website, that is the closest thing to an uncensored entity you can get, and it's still not 100% bulletproof, but it's a lot more bulletproof than being on things like this channel or this platform, Facebook, Twitter and all the rest of it, because you actually own the kind of website. So you can't be booted off your own website. And that's what I've done, kind of begun to put that into motion. So there's a few hoops you have to jump through. First of all, you have to get what's called the domain name. That's the thing, anything where it's sort of .com, Amazon.com or whatever, or .co.uk, that's the web address or domain name as it's kind of called, the posh name for it. So I bought one of those relating to Fairplay Now. I won't tell you what it is now because there's no point in trying to find it because it's not really properly set up yet. But that cost me a tenner for the year, and that's kind of equivalent of buying the property if you want to put it into property terms. So that gives you the address, as it were, but that's not all there is to it. You'll then have to pay for the ground rent, so it's a bit more like leasehold properties rather than freehold properties, but you have to sort of buy some ground rent, and that's called web hosting. So I've done that as well, got that organised today, and between the two of them that cost me just over 80 quid. So in fact the domain name was actually free with the hosting, so which was good news. And so I've got a year's hosting and a year's domain name for this one that I've registered, all for just a shade over 80 quid, which it's a little bit of money, but to get a bit of peace of mind and a platform where I can be a little bit more uncensored, if you like, it's probably money well worth spending. So I've done that, and also included in the package is a builder, because once you got the address and the land, you have to build the property. So in effect, the packaging that I've got includes what they call a web page builder. So I've got to get my head around that and find out how to use it. It all looks pretty easy, and I've already done a little bit of it, some of the stuff on it, but I've got a fair more work to do. And I've also got a fair bit of content to write on it, because what I'd like to do is try and write an article a week and put it on there, and also hopefully archive all my YouTube videos on there as well eventually. I've got to work out how to do all this stuff, but I want to be able to do that. And then also maybe set up a little email newsletter where I send out to anyone who wants to subscribe to the email newsletter, kind of either a once weekly or maybe a twice weekly short, brief email to just kind of update people on what I'm doing, what my thoughts are, and what the latest proper, truthful news is. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this. It's given me a little more, another little project to do, and I will be getting that set up in the coming days. Might even take a week or two, but we'll get there in the end. And when it's all up and running, I'll leave or make a whole video about it again, probably be in a week or two's time, but I'll make a whole new video. And if you want to join me on that site, obviously you can, and I can speak my mind a little bit more on that site. So preparing for the worst whilst hoping for the best. So that's what I've begun to do. Put my money where my mouth is, and I think it's what we need to do, because I'm not confident that my YouTube channel will be around forever. Hopefully it will be around for a good long time, but if they start tightening up the censorship more and more and more, so it just gets to the point where I can hardly say anything, there's not going to be a lot of point to it. So better early than late with this kind of thing. So thought you might be interested, and if you're interested in maybe doing the same thing, getting a website where you can't be taken down, can't be banned, can't be censored. Creating a website, it's not like it was 10, 15, 20 years ago where it was massively complicated, took weeks and weeks and weeks. You had to sort of hire all sorts of really kind of high-end technical people who cost a fortune, and you could quite easily spend about 5-10 grand on a website. I'm sure if you're someone like Amazon, or Tesco's, whoever, you've got to spend that sort of money. But for a little website like I'm proposing for me, it's really surprisingly cheap and easy. So hopefully that's encouraging some of you to do the same as well. So I'll leave it there. I'll keep you updated on how this website goes, and when it's finally up and running, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, but that won't be for a week or two. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.